They're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He's letting this one go. This is caught at the 20. And give him a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 26. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Lee's got it over the middle. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, 74 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That's fielded in the end zone. Spins past it. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. With that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Come back, come back. Down. Green the line. Green the line. Come back, come back. Two jet.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He sets to fire deep. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Throwing now is Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Sunday.
They go play action here on 1st down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a play fake. Bortles going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Down. Green the line. Green the line. Tiger.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, now Bortles. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
To throw on second down, Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Two jet! Two jet!
Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
To throw is Watson. Looking to throw on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Bortles now on first down. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too. Play
action. Now it's Bortles. And that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's third down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, it's Bortles. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Fournette. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
They get it to him running left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Yeldon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
On 1st down, it's Watson going up top. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Richmond. Two jet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Big hold of the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The final shot before the break, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he finds Safarian-Jenkins. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, Bortles. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Watson to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Richmond. Come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st down, Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Richmond. Tiger.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson dumps it complete to Miller. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tiger. Come back.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's going to air one out, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Richmond.
Here's a give to Miller. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively.
Tiger. Reset. Tiger. Come back. Pass.
To throw on second is Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Sharks got it, left side. Still going. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Shotgun now for Bortles. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 48 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Bortles going to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. Flush to his right. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This is Miller, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Called in by Anderson left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Lamar Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Target. Richmond. Come back.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 3rd and long, it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Come back. Richmond.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. Bortles going to throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Jacksonville, they begin the new campaign with a victory